Hi, welcome everyone. My name's Leslie Romine, and I'm here with Arlene Arnold, the founder of Transformational Tools. And it is Friday Energy Focus of the Week for July 18th through 24th, 2025. We are excited to be here today. There's going to be lots of new revelations for us, and we're excited to see what that's going to be. So Arlene, let's start by talking about the July theme, the emotional honesty, opening to harmony. What occurred as I was meditating on this is that are continuing to work with what comes up within our emotions, and we're embracing them and healing the sources of them if it's necessary. Sometimes it's not always revelatory, sometimes it's affirming. So that's a good thing too. The harmony we then experience is felt throughout our system in both our inner and outer worlds. Boy, isn't that true?
Yeah.
And then it's reflected out to others. Have you experienced this process recently? Yeah, I'd like to know. We'd like to know. Are you experiencing that as we go through this opening to harmony, as you release and let go of the things that are coming up that are no longer useful to you? That that you're finding some relief, some different emotions, and also different incoming input. Because I know that's for sure happening for us. Uh,
Yeah. And, I noticed for myself that my body is telling me that things that I need to pay attention, and so I did a little bit of that this morning. And I always go, okay, let's just do this on a regular basis because that is sort of what being emotionally honest is. It's feeling, recognizing what it is, and then moving into how you can help the body or the part of you that is having a hard time. And then I did feel more harmony. So I think that if we do the things that we know to do and we don't just move on, I think that is really helpful during this time.
mhm. Well, it reinforces it within us too, especially when we're having this feeling of, oh, I know when we did a meditation at your gathering on Sunday, I had red come up, and usually red was a certain way for me, and I
Hmm.
would feel a certain, like invigorating or intense. And this time I just felt relief and it's kind of sinking down into the earth. And I thought, wow, that's a big change. So as we work on it, it really gets into our energy field and can permeate us, and then that of course goes out to others.
And I think we always think, well, why can't this be a little easier? And mostly, I think it's a matter of just not forcing anything, allowing it. I'm finding things that I'm working on, I have to wait until it's the right timing. I can't just go barging in and say, well, I'm going to do this today. Mm, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. By the way, I want to say we're missing Will today. So I'm really glad that all of you are letting us know that you're here and staying in touch with you as we go through this.
Yes.
He's always so good about keeping in touch with everybody who's on. I love that.
Yes. So this sort of uh, talking about the harmony and talking about moving into that, that's sort of a kind of a good segue, a good basis for moving into the luminary for July, remembering that it is the uh, luminary crown.
There it is.
There it is. You have it ready.
Yeah.
Great. And this is the number 10. The part that wants to be known today is with jewels of the universe bursting forth from infinity of light. I bring vision and wisdom for the journey home. Shared human seasons with fragile beginnings now yield to empowerment for the harvest, many times gathering knowledge and abilities that you've gained from your experiences. This knowledge is available to you. How are you using this intuitive gift? So there's a lot there.
Yeah.
But let's see. Wear my essence as a crown of glory.
Yeah, the chronic art. Yeah.
Igniting the new way in cooperation with the all. Cooperation is part of it, a part of wearing the crown, I think, because
Yes.
you're joining in with all the others that are doing the work. Go ahead, Arlene.
Well, what stood out for me was fragile beginnings, because I think of the different things that we have been through, and then you go back through the ages, and so now as we look, I think we see a different kind of strength in ourselves, and that's part of what Crown is telling us, that we're ready. We're ready to accept the crown and be the ones that radiate this new energy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And the color card for July was Strength in Indigo. This deep blue purple, let's see if I've got it here. Strength, yep, I have it right here. The deep blue purple shade of indigo combines the ability to bring things into form with the intuitive connection that comes from deep within the self. It indicates that you have likely returned to Earth many times, gathering knowledge and abilities that you gained from your experiences. This knowledge is available to you. How can you use this intuitive gift? That goes really along well with Crown, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because you're in this new strength and we're learning to use it now. And it's called bringing into form with intuition. You have that intuitive connection, and it comes from deep within. It's like that knowing, that inner knowing, like I just know that this is the right thing to do.
What I was thinking as I was reading that is that the intuition works in a beautiful dance with our inner knowing, because it is really part of our inner knowing, and it gives us a sense of what's next. And I think even though we can't put timelines down on anything, we can't say this is what's going to happen, this is what's coming, we get a sense of that. And I think there's sometimes a real feeling of, it's not safety, but being in yourself and that you're ready. And even if you don't know exactly what it is that's coming up next.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I certainly had that decision-making thing this last weekend, and it had so many components to it, where I could, but and my mind just wants to go, oh, how do I sort this all out? And I kind of flipped, and then I flopped, and then I flipped, and then it was like, wait a minute, just stop and give it some time and just see, hold off. And so I held off, and by the time I decided what to do, I was at peace. And it was like, absolutely, this is fine. And I knew I was taking good care of myself in the situation, and that I could share something with them, the people that I was going to be with, that would be uplifting for them. So it kind of all worked out, and I'm like, wow, just like you said, allowing.
We have to do that, don't we? We just have to allow, and then be present, And as things change, we change with it. By the way, we have Sid Lucas here today. Hello,
Yeah.
hello.
Hi.
All right. Let's see. Okay,
I think we're talking about this week's cards now that are coming out. And I don't know. The first one is the luminary is passionate ascension.
I got this one up too. So
Oh, great.
I love this one.
Oh, it's so vibrant.
Yeah.
Pick it up. Passionate ascension has the sacred geometry of the numbers 4 and 8. And we have talked about this recently in our other groups about how, 4 and 8 are very stabilizing.
Yeah.
And this passionate ascension we think of as not that stabilizing because you're moving, but to me, it's a movement that says, it is a stabilizing force. And so I was impressed with that. This is a message from the card. I bring you dynamic propellant for the journey into new experiences. Enter my spirals of ignition, whirl with winds of change and release. Awaken to force in motion as dimensions open to a new way of being. So, wow, that just is right along with these cards that we're doing. It's just saying, here we go, allow this propellant to stir in you and go with the change, release as you go, and awaken to new dimensions as they open. And I definitely, you look at the colors, they're so vibrant. And when I think of the processes that we're going through right now, I know some of us are having very vivid dreams, or you're in a situation and you go, wow, I just had this revelation of what that's about, or, that kind of thing. And the energy can get lifted up more quickly sometimes when you have this going on. So what do you have with experiences, and what do you want to add, Arlene?
Well, the part that stood out for me is winds of change and release.
Mm-hmm.
What I feel like is that we're still releasing old mindsets. It still comes up sometimes where, oh, I believe I have to do it this way. And then I'm like, no, that's a mindset, or that's part of the collective consciousness that says this is how to do it. And we have to go deeper, and we have to find that place in us where we can release it long enough for us to say, okay, what's next? What's now? And what's next? And this is such an important time that we be open and allow this. And then here is Passionate Ascension saying, whirl with me into these higher dimensions. And I know some of us are dealing with the fifth dimension, which is all about harmony. And it's, we're in a new place when we're in the place of harmony, and still living in the third dimension as well as being in the fifth dimension. So I feel like it's really a challenging time, but so exciting, and so has so much possibility in it. And I'm going to remind myself this week just to allow myself to swirl with this beautiful energy of passionate ascension, and just know that that's part of what we're doing right now. And as you said, it has a lot of stability to it. So we won't feel like we're being swirled out into something that we don't understand, but we'll be able to really be with it as it's swirling.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed the center too is this beautiful, uh, well, it's a sunburst, but inside it is this, to me, it almost looks like not the orangey red, but the magenta sort of color.
Yes, I see that
Yeah,
too.
and that's compassion, and have compassion for ourselves as we're going through this. Like,
Yeah.
whoo, that was interesting, and looking at it in this kind of fun way.
Well, it's interesting because we've got green in there as well as yellow, but when you have that much red or orange red, the red needs the green, and then I also see in there the turquoise, and so with the red orange needs the turquoise to be balanced. So it really has the balance in it, even though it's moving.
Absolutely, absolutely, it's a great balance. Hmm. Yeah,
So we have
a
Mary
color,
Ann.
color card, color card.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to Mary
Oh,
Ann.
Marianne. Hi,
Yeah,
Marianne. Hi, Winter Ray.
and hi to all of you. And we're so happy for the ones of you that come every week, and we love having new ones with us too.
Yes, yes. So along with that, with passionate ascension, is asking us to remember to seek out answers from a higher source. It
Yes.
is the lesson in white.
Yeah.
And it's the part that I read in the book just seemed to capture what the message was. Are you judging yourself or others? Are you expecting yourself and others to be perfect? Have you forgotten that missing the mark is part of the learning process? Okay. And come back to the purity of white. Know that you are exactly where you need to be. What you are experiencing will take you where you need to go. Surrender to that guidance that comes from deep within your soul. You know, I think that's what a great message. Sometimes we just think, oh, I wasn't as conscious in this moment. I wasn't paying attention or whatever. And it's saying, hey, this is part of your learning process. It's okay. You know, take a look, see where you can shift your energy.
And
And
surrender to the guidance that comes from the soul. I mean, that is so fitting with all the other things we've heard this morning. It's really about staying in touch inside and listening and waiting for the moment that's right. There's so many ways in which all of this feels like it's just supporting us in such a magnificent way.
very much so supporting us. Yeah. I love it when things like that just are stacked because it's like, yes, are you getting the message?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, again.
Yeah, right, right. Okay. Do you have some special announcements?
Yeah, I just wanted to let know those of you who are part of the Vortal to remind you that we have long-lasting healing coming up on Thursday next week, July 24th at 8 a.m. Pacific. And for those of you who aren't part of the Vortal, you can go to transformationaltools.com and just look in the menu for Vortal. And you can find out about what it is and whether it's something you would like to join. I like to bring new things to the Vortal and try them out. It's not as if I haven't done this before, but I want to see how this works for people at this time. So please go in and find out what it's about. It's only $7 a month. You can, if you decide it's not for you, you can quit as whenever you want. So we would love to have you part of that. And the rest of you that are part of the Vortal, don't miss this. I mean, I know sometimes 8 o'clock in the morning may not be easy for you, but it will be worthwhile. This is using something that I've used over the years when I do special sessions, healing sessions, and I've done it for myself. I've done it with Leslie. I've done it with so many different people, and it is really amazing how whatever is up for you at the time comes forward, and you make a real jump in where you are, which is really what we're being called to do now, is to release those things that may be holding us back and be willing to open up to what's next. So that's the main thing. And then, of course, come and visit us again next Friday, because we love having you here. I hope you enjoy it as much as we do.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Okay. So now it's time for the personal readings.
Yes.
Let's get started. Our fun part here. Sid is first. Sid. So if you want to do a luminary, I'll do a color card.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. All right, Sid. Let's see what's up for Sid. That's not the right one, so I have to find the right one. Okay. All right, well, hello. This is the one that comes up a lot now, along with this one is
Unfolding.
Unfolding. And there's also expanding. Both of those are really coming up quite often. So unfolding for you, Sid, is, it says in here that it's what you want to do is to look at what's unfolding, and that you don't really have any idea of all the stuff that's inside of you that's ready to be unfolded. And do you have it open? Tell me what the numbers are, Leslie.
6 and 12.
6 and 12. Again, those are very numbers that keep us very on track and help us feel solid. So what I want to say to you, Sid, is think of each of the parts of this as another part of you that is opening up. And as you open that up, notice what is there that you already knew about, because you always know when it's going to be coming up. And see, I want to just read this part. There is so much more within your crystalline core, Sid, than what you know. It is time for your unfolding. One small step at a time is all you have to do. That's all it takes. So be sure to take those steps, all of you. This so much is unfolding from us and in us and through us. But Sid, we want to see what all of that that's in you, that's you're waiting to bring forward.
Absolutely. Sid, your helper here, along with that opening, is the strength in magenta.
Wow.
Strength in magenta. Such a beautiful color.
Yeah.
Oh. And it talks about the energies being compassionate and healing. And I get that it's compassion for yourself and where you are, where you've been, and where you're going, because you are going. And know that it is a healing place, maybe deeper healing than you've experienced before.
Yes. Yeah.
And that healing is ready to open these, that crystalline core, open it for you and have you discover what that is. Also and I know, because I know you, as soon as that happens, that just radiates out from you in many ways, in your artwork, but in just who you are in your being. So what a wonderful support card for you.
Absolutely. I'm going to turn on this other light because it's not showing up the colors very well. It's really interesting how each computer has its own way of showing up the colors. So let's see.
Yeah.
That helps a little bit. It still doesn't show exactly what's in the middle because the bit middle is lime green, and that was the thing I wanted to point out is the color that goes along with this, as you know, Sid, is lime green. And that lime green is the color that we are being brought into so that we can be in leadership to the world. And that is one of the things that will be unfolding even more for you.
Yes. Yes. All right, Courtney. Courtney is next.
All right. You're picking it, and I'm picking the color card. So
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Wow, I too.
Yeah, two. Wow. Okay. Well, I got attunement. Attunement.
Oh, such a good one.
Isn't that a beautiful color? Ooh,
that's
colors.
again.
The numbers are 3, 6, and 144. These are very special numbers in the creation process. And so it's about creating. And attunement, of course, is saying you are in transformation. Step into the matrix of transformation with gratitude for both the harmony and disharmony of life. Allow what's finished to dissolve and embrace what is. Celebrate the realignment and reconfiguration of your core. We just had talked about in our ones for July about how we are being asked to move to a newer, higher vibration, a more vibration that's more in tune with where we are and where we want to go. And I'm getting that this is saying it's your time this week to really look at, where it says harmony and disharmony. That's the ones where we were talking about how, whoops, I didn't quite meet the moment with that one, huh? And instead of going, oh man, I'm so, I didn't get it, doggone it, instead of that energy, bringing that energy to bring the energy of curiosity. Isn't that interesting? Huh, I wonder why that happened. And then in a positive light, to say, I'm really happy about that because it's showing me something and I can move through it and beyond that. And that's not always easy. It's just not always easy, especially when we have a pattern that's been there for a while. But this is saying it's time to move through that. You can see all the movement here and all the colors that are supporting that beautiful turquoise. And turquoise is the bouncer for this magenta. And magenta is saying compassion. Have compassion with yourself and with other people around you that are in their thing, wherever that might be, and just say, oh, that's the way it is here in this life, and I can be grateful for it all because it's all helping me move forward to be a more observant and more loving person for myself and for everyone else.
All right. Well, here's what's interesting to me. I want to put both of these up. There we have the magenta, and we have the lime green, which is one of the really, that's a balancing color with magenta.
Mm-hmm.
It is it's the lesson in white, Courtney. So what you're doing there, it's asking you to turn to your divine source. And in whatever way you do that, make sure that you're in total connection with that divine source. And remember, It is in our heart as well as in the divine source of the universe, and we we can be guided, but we can also be comforted by that. And then the lime green again is telling us it's time for us to show up. And that doesn't have to be something that's difficult. It's just show up as your true self, that beautiful magenta that you have inside of you, that wonderful compassion, and just show up as that.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, that really rounds out what wants to be said for sure. For sure. Uh, Sandra is next.
Okay.
And you have the
I have,
luminary.
yeah. All right. Well, this is one that we all need at this time. So I'm going to make sure I can get all the numbers and everything. Okay, this one is called Core Crucible. And look at that beautiful turquoises in there again, really staying with us. And the thing about Core Crucible is that it has a red, but it's almost more of a grounded red to it. And it has the number 9 as the vibration. And it says, bring your grief and your hurt into the crucible. Bring your doubts and your fears. The residue left from the drama of life is consumed, leaving only that which is fueled by passion and lived in joy. And there feels to me that what's going on here, Sandra, is there's some things that are still left over that you're being asked to focus on and allow this core crucible to help you to transform that energy. So I would suggest this week that you just put this art around yourself. Just imagine that it's all around you. You're standing in the center of that beautiful yellow and red, and you're being really supported right now in order to allow you to let go of something that is still there that you're ready to let go. So, what do you get from that one? Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I know when, well, I see that in the middle of there's some, where it connects to the center, and the center is very, what do I want to say? It's to me, it's like opening. It shows this thing where it's opening, and yet it has these beautiful golden colors with it, and that gold is really a part of that higher source type of energy, and doing kind of energy, active energy, and it's also in outside of the points on the outside, and to me that's a very it's a strength that you can find within your process. Once you've released stuff, it shines with this beautiful golden color of like, and gold is very like indestructible. And so I don't know why that came up, but it's something to think about.
I also was feeling, and I don't know, Sandra, but this has kind of a Native American feel to it, or an Inca, or something like that might have been really drawn to, or something that you may have in your heritage. And I see all these black dots kind of, and it's like almost as if these are companions. These are maybe ones that are coming from your ancestry that are here to help you.
All right, and your card is Strength in Orange. And it says sensual, alive, present, and happy. This, of course, is your second chakra, and it's saying when you're, as you're working on this, bring that energy of your second chakra into the mix, because it will really help to help the transmutation. Take it into your body, dance, move, go for a walk, be in nature. Really breathe in the air. Go down by a river. That kind of thing. It's saying as this comes through, take it in with your senses, take it in with your body, and experience in it.
That movement that you suggested is really important.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Awesome. Okay, Grace is next.
Okay, and I'm going to give you a color card. I'm having trouble finding right. Yeah, here we go. So, do you want to do the luminary?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, again.
We have a 2-minute again. All right. Well, it's it's the 3, 6, and 144. This feels for you like it says the harmony and disharmony in life, but I'm getting that the focus here is to celebrate the realignment and reconfiguration of your core. I feel like it's happening like every day for you for some reason, and that you're moving into this new joyous, happy, expansive energy. And it's saying celebrate the core, celebrate how it's being reconfigured and how you're moving out into this new place in your being. And I get that it's about freedom, 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 freedom to be you, to be doing what you love, to enjoy this and celebrate it. And there's more to it. Do you have more, Arlene?
I just feel like that's a lot. So we can leave it with that, but go read this one, Grace, and work with it this week, because this is going to be a really good time for you to do that. Now, the color card I got for you is the lesson in violet purple. Now, violet purple is one of your real big strengths. And what's happening here is it's saying, don't forget me. Come and be with me and allow me to help you as you go through your process at this time. That I am here to be sure that you listen to your inner self, to be sure that you take care of yourself. And violet purple absolutely loves you.
For sure. Okay, Mia is next.
All right. Let's see what we got. Wow, this is what I just love. Get out the right page here. So Mia, what I got for you is love, and this one is so one. It's like it's hugging you, and it wants you to allow it to come closer. It's the numbers 2 and 8. Again, that's a very stable kind of thing. but it also is like moving out. And look at all the colors in there, Mia. That and then that center that has a crystal down in the center of it, and it also wants you to be playful and enjoy life, and just be love and receive love, and just think of it as love is all around. Um, so and then the attributes of love. I love to do this because that's so important: compassion, acceptance, transformation, encouragement, allowing, embracing, offering, and co-creating. So this is really a time for you, Mia, to focus on those attributes, and maybe just pick one this week that you want to be with and really go deep with.
Mhm.
So anything else you want to say about it?
No, I think you got it. Her color card is to embrace the possibilities and banish fear. I'm Remember, black is about all the possibilities coming up. And as you move through the week, it's asking you to um, be in that love space. But you'll notice black, all the possibilities are around the outside and in the inside parts too. And that's black often um, indicates some sort of transformation. So love is your guide. You're in the belly of transformation, and it's saying, embrace the possibilities.
Yes.
Anything that comes up like fear or I can't or whatever, just go, of course I can. And just embrace that beautiful possibility, that beautiful black possibility.
It's so delicious. All
Mhm.
the colors and all of the energies that are in there, Mia. It's delicious.
Uh, and Grace says she just had a carpal tunnel surgery. So, yes, freedom and taking care. Hmm. Goodbye, restriction. Yes, yes. How, sometimes our body just goes, yep, that's it. You just are releasing in lots of different ways, and that's one of them. Yay. Yay for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Sid Lucas is next.
And I'm doing a luminary, I guess. Is that right? Yeah.
Mm, you did luminary for Mia. So
That's right. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So what one did you get?
Ooh, I got crown.
Oh, double.
Mhm. Crown is definitely for this month, and let me have a chance here to look it up in just a moment here. It's the vibration is the number 10, and it's said this is your time to be recognized as and boldly accept that the crown of awakening is here for you, not as one who stands above others, but as one who shares the journey of becoming fully present and accepts the responsibility for living your unique contribution. So that is saying you're ready. It's preparation has happened. You're ready to move into this place where you say, yes, I am one of those. I am awakening. And I'm not by myself. There's lots of other people that are doing it, but I now share in this journey of becoming fully present, fully present. Um, and so I feel like with the colors in it and the beautiful little pop-ups, the little round pieces here, we call them pearls of wisdom. okay, are coming up. And as you enter into this more fully this week, you'll be seeing things pop up and go, oh, there's an opportunity for me to be fully present and fully be in that moment and bring to it what I have to bring to it. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, those pearls of wisdoms are going to be coming up, and just notice them, let them bubble up through you. And I got the lesson in blue. Now, you may have felt sometimes that um, saying what you know isn't always accepted, or there's maybe a little bit of fear around doing that. And it says, speak the truth from deep within. And you will know as you stay in touch with your inner self, you will know when to speak up, when to say something in words that do not distract or scare someone else, but that are still very authentically who you are. So this is the time to not only accept the crown of awakening, but also to be able to start speaking a bit more. Or maybe sometimes it's not just the speaking part, but it's also other things that you do to express who you are in your authenticity. And this is the time. So please pay attention to that.
Absolutely. Winter Ray is next.
Okay.
You will have the
Winter Ray.
The luminary.
Yeah. Well, Winter Ray, you and I get this a lot. This one is the one about simply self. And I think that both of us have to be reminded really often, stop complicating it. Allow your inner self to help you, because it needs to be very simple and straightforward and clear. So we don't want to muddy it up. And you'll notice there are some pearls in here too as you get into the middle of this. And as we simplify, these pearls of understanding can come through. And that's real important for this week for you. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And the lesson is pink. So care for your inner child, says, and it's that beautiful light green that is the complement. And it's saying, this week, simplify and get in touch with what makes you, your heart sing, what makes you happy, what makes you joyous. A lot of times, if we get into with our heart and tune into that child that we were when we were free and happy, and even if it's moments of that, to tap into that energy and let it fill you up and giggle and laugh and whatever fills you up, just enjoy doing what you're doing, whatever that is. So that energy really wants to accompany you with stop complicating things, be clear, and be joyous, be playful, be happy.
And wear something pink.
That does help.
And one of the things that came through in that was one of the exercises you could do is eat the frosting first. Do something that's a little kid thing that you would do, and laugh with your little kid.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they want to come. They want to be in there with us too. We don't always have to be, the conscientious adults. I mean,
and we're simplifying, but we can also have fun at the same time.
At the same time, yep. Yay, she says. Building mountain into a molehill, yeah. And the molehills got to go, right?
Yeah.
All right. Mary Ann.
Mariana, okay. And I'm doing a color card.
Okay. Ooh. Great. All right, Marianne, this is your card. It's called Dawning. Dawning, and it's the vibration of the number 11. This is about coming into acceptance of your new growth. It says life renews itself from moment to moment. Accept your new growth with faith, even as you push through the fog of uncertainty. Passionately throw open your windows to the dawn and live fully. Every moment counts. You know, I'm getting for you that sometimes new growth has, or moving into the next phase, has felt precarious. Like, you know, sometimes we get in a pattern of the way we're living, and it's like sometimes it's often a good thing to just try something easy. One one thing my husband Will taught me is, you know, take a different route when you're coming home from the grocery store or something. You know, just do it something a little different than you usually do, and that will kind of get you out of that same pattern of doing it, and it opens you to new possibilities. So this is saying, even though you have fog and you're uncertain about it, throw open your windows to the dawn and live fully. Like you're saying, I get to be free. I get to be new. I get to have this new energy in me. And dawning is such a wonderful card for that. You know, you have so much support in this. And number 11 is a very sacred master number. So it's saying, you know, you have all the support you need to do that.
And then I have, Marianne, is the lesson in silver. And silver and gold are the highest frequencies in the color deck. And what it's saying is choose what you value. But what I'm getting is value you, that you have so much brilliance that is in you and around you. And if I were you, I would also wear jewelry that's both silver and gold. Get yourself some balance in there of the masculine and feminine, and also a balance that will help you to open up to what is dawning, because this is a really important time for you.
I also get, because silver is about knowledge, you know, that you can bring forth that knowledge that you have, that you've been gaining throughout your life. So, you know, very
good stuff, Marianne. This is a really important time for you right now. Also, I want to mention that for those of you who do not have the card decks, that you can go to transformationaltools.com, go to the Oracle decks, and you'll find how to go ahead and order those if you want to. And you can get both of them together in a bundle. So if you have any questions, just email me at arlene@transformationaltools.com.
Yeah, and if there's anyone else that did not get their name written down or share with us, let us know right now if you want a reading, because that's all I have on my list so far. So do type it in.
That's all.
So I think we're good.
Yep. All right. Everybody, have a wonderful week.
Mm-hmm.
A weekend before that.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next Friday.
Mm-hmm. Blessings.
Blessings. Bye for now.
Bye.